listen behind what people are saying, and if we'd had the real old-timers, this was all experimentation. I mean, this was all saying, can we do something that's going to be, that we could change if we needed to. So, literally, these bike paths were an experiment. The circles he was talking about yesterday were an experiment. And I don't know how possible it is for cities to do that these days, but there was a lot of people just saying, well, let's throw something down there and see. And let's talk about it. Now,
that's going to take and I agree that still has to happen. It's still... It has to happen, and it's going to require people kind of going out on a limb a little.
Yeah, I think that. Well,
and I think that's
the leadership piece, right?
It is the leadership piece, but at the same time, it's going to require you say, "Hey, you're going to go out on a limb, but we're going to be there to support your decisions."
Any of the stuff on the schools, any of that translating?
It definitely is. I think everyone realizes that's the key component in a couple different ways. It's important. It's an important part of the sale. But at the same time, they were saying that here, they have a part-time staff, 20 hours a week, doing it, and it's more than that. It's
the people you met yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
They're the other 20 hours.
Right. They're 20 hours. And that's the thing is, we need to tap into the.
Well, it's not
glamorous. The school system.
Right.
And talk to the parents. And talk to the teachers, and Todd and I got a good discussion with that, and it's like, we need to pull these people together, not to say, hey, you need to do this, but to say, all right, together, let's, you're a teacher at this school, there's other teachers who ride bikes, there's other teachers who probably want to ride bikes, these teachers in the classroom probably know parents that would like to see their parents ride bikes, it's not like we don't want to say, you got to create this, but we need your help with the outreach, and, doing that outreach, is the key. That is really the key behind it all, because that gains your support, that gains your volunteers, that gains your political support. It lets the people go out on the limb, like Kai and other folks, to go out on a limb and say, no, there's people who want this. It's just like here, showing that, closing Fifth Street down, it's not going to be a negative effect to your business. These cyclists spend money, they shop, they just want to do it by bicycle, and they're loyal. That's the thing. If the business communities came out and said, we are nervous about this. We are nervous, and our business relies on this, and we're going to rely on the bicycle community to support this. They're almost outreach that way. The bicycle community say, look, we understand you're nervous. This is your livelihood. We will support your businesses.
Yeah, and I think as bicyclists, we could have done a better job with that here. I mean, we went to some meetings of the chamber, but they turned out to be a bit adversarial. Yeah. And I think we have to change the tone of that. Again, that's that kind of other side where some of the advocates are such purists. That it's it can be a little bit dangerous for our own cause at times.